Look up at the ceiling of your garage. You are standing directly beneath the heaviest moving object in your home. Hundreds of pounds of steel and wood hanging over your family and your vehicles. Most of us operate on a break-fix mentality with this setup. We ignore the system completely until the morning it lets out a death rattle, refuses to budge, and traps our cars inside. This chart shows the severe financial penalty of that neglect. A routine maintenance visit costs around $200, but ignoring the early symptoms leads to a total system collapse, leaving you with a replacement bill upwards of $2,500. This extreme price jump occurs because the door functions as a high-tension, interconnected mechanical ecosystem, where every part relies on precise calibration. When you ignore how these components share the physical load, a reliable household asset quickly degrades into a dangerous, expensive liability. This diagram shows the ecosystem's three main pillars: the springs acting as the counterbalance, the opener motor as the brain, and the tracks laying the physical path. The path of destruction starts small. A track roller loses lubrication or alignment, creating severe mechanical drag. That localized friction forces the high-tension springs to work exponentially harder, fighting against the new resistance just to lift the panels. Eventually, the overworked spring snaps. In an instant, a previously weight-neutral door becomes hundreds of pounds of dead weight. The $600 opener motor is designed only to guide a balanced door. Forced to act as a heavy winch, it strips its internal gears and burns out entirely. The destruction of that expensive motor is rarely an isolated event. It is almost always the final, expensive symptom of a neglected $20 part. You can stop this sequence before it destroys your equipment by performing a routine visual and auditory check to catch mechanical friction early. First, look at the tracks and rollers. If the door sits crookedly in its frame, or you hear a distinct metal-on-metal scraping sound as it moves, the hardware is failing. Next, check the springs for strain. Pull the emergency release cord to disconnect the motor and lift the door manually. If it feels exceptionally heavy, the springs are losing their tension. Finally, monitor the motor. Persistent clicking, new grinding noises, or a door that hesitates and reverses mid-cycle without an obstruction mean the opener is struggling against dead weight. Recognizing these specific mechanical symptoms allows you to step in early, shifting your role from a reactive victim of circumstance to a proactive steward of your property. Identifying the signs is step one, but you should never attempt to fix the springs yourself. These coils store thousands of pounds of kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is the energy an object possesses due to its motion, or in this case, its extreme mechanical tension. Mishandling them poses a lethal crush risk. Safely taming this high-tension ecosystem requires precise mathematical calibration that only a trained professional is equipped to handle. This map shows the coverage area for LMS Garage Doors, the local experts serving Citrus Heights, Roseville, Folsom, and the greater Sacramento area. Their technicians utilize specialized diagnostic tools and adhere to rigorous safety standards, tuning these dangerous systems without putting your family at risk. LMS Garage Doors prioritizes customer education, teaching homeowners to spot component wear and stop the destructive chain reaction before it starts. Stop the chain reaction before it costs you thousands. Call LMS Garage Doors at 916-899-2333. Visit their web pages or check their Google business profile to book a diagnostic visit today. Partnering with a trusted local expert is the only way to tame this silent giant in your driveway and secure your home's critical access point.